track. Slows us down for the second time tonight.
Okay, my heart rate goes up when that happens. I just wanted to see those guys all get around Ward and get clear of him, and right in the middle of it, the caution fell. So that was a break for the guys that hadn't quite got around Ward yet, because it's just really tough when you catch a truck going that much faster and try to go 3 wide.
Crew chiefs now will go to work, scratch their head. What will we do? What plans do we want to make here on this stop? You see a little bit of debris on the apron. There's some debris on the racetrack that NASCAR has said they did not want out on the track when the guys are driving around here at 190 plus miles an hour.
Big break for Ward Burton. Not only did they not crash, he's going to get the Aaron's lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. So timely caution for Ward Burton, your Aaron's lucky dog.
We'll be back with pit stops after this.
Ja, fick vi en gul flagga i alla fall på grund av skräp på banan, och det ser löjligt litet ut när man ser det sådär, men som vi sa, eller som kommentatorerna sa, 190 miles per hour kan suga upp aluminiumbitar och annat som är väldigt vasst upp ifrån vägrenen, tänkte jag säga. Apron kallar man det, sidan av banan kan man väl säga. Kan suga upp det in i spåret och kapa ett däck hur lätt som helst. Och det vet vi ju hur en punktering är 190 miles per hour, alltså drygt 300 kilometer i timmen, knappt 300 kilometer i timmen, kan ha för inverkan. Framförallt om det händer längst fram i fältet eller mitt i fältet, då kan det bli stort halabaloo. Vi har kört 42 varv, börjar närma oss mittpunkten av racet, och det är fortfarande så att Miguel Paludo ligger längst fram, följd av James Busher och Brad Keselowski. Det har inte förändrat sig alls den senaste tiden. Vi får se om de andra, James Busher och Brad Keselowski, har någonting annat att plocka fram när det gäller. Men vi har åtminstone 2 depåstopp kvar, kan vi väl säga, innan det hela är över.
Welcome back to Daytona. Pit road is open. The field being led by the 32 of Miguel Paludo. They make their way onto pit road. We go to Chris Devota.
One of the rookies, Max Gresham, running extremely well right now. He had been a little hot earlier in this race. Those problems are gone. The plan, 1 can of fuel only for the number 24 and this rookie driver. Hermie?
This causes a big break for Mike Skinner. The number 8 truck did not get full of fuel last time. This time they will take 4 tires and get him full and back on the racetrack. Ray?
Fuel only on my end. I haven't seen any tires going over the wall. Everybody will plug them in here. We'll see. Miguel Paludo has been out front most of this race. He will be the first one off pit road. Looks like a good run for Busher. He'll go out second.
Paludo holds serve. Good for Brendan Gaughan. Good for Timothy Peters. Those two both making up spots. Timothy Peters the most at 5 spots on pit road. Well, the fans have decided to take a little break. They'll sit down under this caution, but they'll be right back on their feet when the green flag comes back out.
Passa på att ta ytterligare ett litet reklamavbrott medan bilarna går in i depån, och det är ju bra. Ska samla alla reklamavbrott till det, så man får lite mer obruten racing emellanåt. Och det var som sagt på grund av skräp på banan som det hela blåstes av en liten stund. Paludo var först in och först ut, och de skötte sig bra. Det hängde lite på gärdsgården där. Nu är man ute och plockar delar av safer walls på front stretch. Precis nedanför där kameran är just nu. Jag tror det har ramlat ut lite. Det är ju frigolitbitar som sitter som fjädrande element mellan den yttre och den inre muren. Och de där sitter inte helt fast, och det gör de inte med flit. Alltså de ska sitta lite löst för att vara mest stötupptagande. Och uppenbarligen så var den inte ens fastsatt. Den blåste bort en bit ut på banan. Och det är ju inte heller bra om det far upp sånt. Det kan ju, om inte annat kan det ju skrämma förarna väldigt mycket om det kommer en stor vit grej fladdrande. Vi har väl ett varv kvar efter Pace Car, skulle jag tro. Jag tittar på flaggmannen, han viftar bara med flaggan, han visar inte som man brukar göra ett varv kvar med flaggan rakt upp. Men vi är i alla fall inne på varv nummer 44, det är snart varv 50 och vi ska ju köra 100 stycken varv. Och den ställningen som vi har nu, den är långt ifrån avgjord som jag sa tidigare. Det ska bli kul att lära sig känna lite nya förare, lite nya namn, kanske till och med följa dem upp i karriären. Det finns ju en del som har visat framfötterna ordentligt och bland annat så får vi väl titta noga på Ty Dillon, brorsa till Austin Dillon, som vann förra året. Och Ty vann ju också ett mästerskap förra året, men det i ARCA-serien som är en serie som påminner mest om Sprint Cup när det gäller bilar och så, men med lite mindre bemedlade team och mer ovana förare. Men trots allt, det är lika för alla och vinner man en serie så är man garanterat duktig.
Welcome back under the lights from Daytona International Speedway. It's race number 1 for the Camping World Truck Series, the NextEra Energy Resources 250 presented by DirecTV. Pit stops just taking place and one driver having a little issue on pit road, the 8 of Mike Skinner. Take a look at the right rear here.
Have trouble getting that tire changed. I think some of the lug nuts maybe fall off and the tire changer has to stick around and put them back on. That NASCAR official is looking over his shoulder. He knows he's got to have them all on there, so
he will not let that truck leave without all the lug nuts, or he'll make it come back in, one of the two.
Skinner gets out a little bit further back than he would want, but at the same time there's a lot of laps still to go.
Yeah, he's seen all this before. He knows what he's got to do, so he doesn't want any more mistakes. You know, you can make mistakes in the first half of the race and get away with it here at Daytona, Phil, but not anymore. Got to tighten up.
We like when you fans at home are able to be a part of our broadcast. We're keeping an eye on the social media. How about Elliott Sadler? He's watching at home with his son Wyatt. Take a look at that. We're watching from the bus.
Fast race car.
Wyatt yelling, fast race car. We also had a tweet earlier from Austin Dillon, Ty's brother. Austin was asked by our former Truck Series colleague, Adam Alexander, hey, Austin, you must be a part of the Camping World Truck Series tonight, and Austin responded right back, yes, sir.
Well, we miss you being out there, but it sure is fun seeing your little brother. This is really good for the sport. The 3 truck racing for a championship with Papa's other grandson in there battling. This is good stuff. Of course, Austin has moved up to the Nationwide Series, and Ty's taking this ride over. What an amazing season Ty had last year in the ARCA Series, winning the championship and having just an incredible year.
You know, Michael, we talked about it yesterday during practice as well as today during qualifying. I think Ty has more stock car experience as he comes into his rookie year in the Truck Series than Austin did 2 years ago.
But I guarantee he's seeing stuff here tonight he ain't never seen before. So he'll be way more experienced after tonight.
Take a look at this. Chris Fontaine has taken that hose and he's sticking it outside so he gets a little more air to him. It's a warm night here in Central Florida.
Yeah, Chris has always been able to forge his way to the front in these plate races. So here at Daytona and Talladega, he's able to get there. Be interesting to see if he gets cooled off a little bit, if he can make a run at them tonight.
Still have 32 trucks on the lead lap right now, almost halfway, just 5 laps from halfway.
Temperature, one of the big topics coming into the Daytona races. Can the engines stay cool? Well, some of the drivers are trying to stay cool as well. Cooler heads normally prevail.
Look at some of the mix of the trucks you have there in the back. There's the watermelon ride, and Matt Crafton, a championship contender, and Chris Fontaine, all those guys toward the back of the pack. But I don't figure they'll stay there all night, Phil.
I don't think so either. You know, Matt Crafton had that strategy a couple years ago, stayed in the back the whole night, ended up with a top 5 finish.
Coming into the trial, but once again, it's Miguel Paludo. This time James Buescher on his outside. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway.
He doesn't have his teammate right behind him now. He has Jason White behind him.
Cale Gale didn't get off to a very good start there. Trucks charging to get around him. Oh, look at the run from the outside.
This time, James Buescher able to get in front of his teammate, and so now Miguel Paludo not leading at Daytona. He will push his teammate down the backstretch.
Brendan Gaughan helped James Buescher get that lead, and then James Buescher jumped down in front of Miguel Paludo, and it hangs Brendan out in the middle.
Brendan Gaughan finds a spot now on the bottom of the racetrack.
Brendan got a great start, and he paid for it. He lost 8 or 10 spots because of the start he got.
Riding along with Hornaday in front of this outside line is the 33 of Cale Gale. He's leading the outside line. We'll see if they can make a move toward the front now, as we've got a change up front with James Busher leading at Daytona. It's Busher, Paluto, Jason White, Brad Keselowski holding on to the 4th spot, and then Justin Lofton in the 5th position.
I'll tell you, Brad Keselowski's been very quiet. He stayed in the top 5 from the time they dropped the green flag. Anywhere from about 3rd to 5th, you know he's going to be a factor.
We heard Richard Childress say on the radio, get Ty Dillon to the bottom, let him ride. Well, that's exactly what these top 5, 6 drivers have been doing. They've been on that yellow line. They've been riding around the racetrack.
And you know what they're doing also, Rick? They're looking over that right shoulder at what's going on the outside, knowing that line is being able to form up and push its way toward the front, knowing that eventually, as things start to wind down toward the end, they're going to get all the way to the front from the outside.
You guys remember how just a moment ago I said Cale Gale was on the outside line leading that pack?
He's in the middle now.
He just got shuffled back through the middle. Now he's dropped back about 20 positions.
We also talked earlier, Rick, about there being 3 distinct packs here at Daytona. Not anymore. Every lap that goes by, people know they better stay closer to the front. Now we have one big pack.
And one big pack working its way around this racetrack, anywhere from 182 to 191 miles an hour. Side by side, just inches separating these trucks as they work around the 2.5-mile super speedway.
A couple former champions are lined up now on the outside. Travis Qualpa in the 09, Ron Hornaday in the 9, trying to make something happen on the outside.
Watch the ground these guys make. A couple of guys with the experience that Hornaday and Quapple have, they'll go right up that outside line and make their way toward the front. Oh, caution.
Caution once again at the halfway point. And so the trucks slow back down. Debris on the racetrack, this time hearing potentially coming off of the 98. Dakota Armstrong had problems in the first caution, got caught up in the incident, didn't have any contact with any of the drivers, but he did hit the outside wall, so you see a little bit of damage on the right side of that. But again, that happened way back on lap 19. Under our 3rd caution, we'll take a quick break and be right back to Daytona.
Vi kanske ska titta lite grann på vad som kommer. Motorsäsongen börjar ju dra igång så småningom över hela världen, och vi kommer att se lite grann. Först och främst NASCAR då naturligtvis i morgon söndag klockan 18:00. Då är The Great American Race, Daytona 500. Sen har vi på måndag den 12 mars har vi en season preview för årets Formel 1-säsong. Och lite längre fram i mars, 16 till 18 mars, så är det dags för starten. Australiens GP i Formel 1. Ytterligare en vecka längre fram, 24 till 25 mars, så är det dags för GP2-serien i Malaysia att dra igång. Och sen ytterligare lite längre fram, 6 till 8 april, MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3 i Qatar, Qatars GP. Så att nu, jag gnuggar händerna om ni inte ser det. Säsongen börjar och det känns alldeles underbart. Hoppas också att det börjar bli lite varmare där hemma i Sverige. Vi är fortfarande inne på fredag. Klockan är 8:15 här i Florida. Jag vet att det är mitt i natten där hemma i Norden. Men hoppas att racet är tillfredsställande så här långt i alla fall. Det är en ny upplevelse för de flesta att se truckarna racea. Så här långt tycker jag att det har varit väldigt bra. En enda liten incident egentligen och sen 2 gulflaggor för skräp på banan. Det är inte särskilt mycket. Och vi har fortfarande, nu har vi faktiskt hela 32 bilar som är med på ledarvarvet. De enda 2 som är lite efter, det är 49. Vem är det nu då? Hittar jag inte det. Vi har 93 och 99 är det som ligger ett varv eller flera efter.
Coverage of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is presented on speed by DirecTV. Only DirecTV gives you dedicated driver channels so you never miss a second of your driver's race. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Brought to you in part by Just for Men Mustache and Beard. Keep living the dream. By Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Goodyear, more driven.